The U.S. House of Representatives on Thursday approved H.R. 9495, dubbed the nonprofit killer by civil society groups. The measure would give the incoming Trump administration broad authority to go after its critics by revoking the tax-exempt status of any group it labels a terrorist-supporting organization, with no evidence needed.
This bill is essentially a civil rights disaster that would allow the government, under any administration — I want to be clear that this bill is terrible no matter who is president — but it would allow the government to shut down nonprofits on the smear of being terrorist-supporting organizations. Now, obviously, the government, after decades of authoritarian war on terror policies, already has ample legal tools at its disposal to go after nonprofits essentially for any reason that it wishes. What this bill would do, in addition, the thing that it would add, and the thing that makes it so dangerous, and actually the most dangerous domestic terrorism law in a generation, is that it would essentially smuggle in through the back door a domestic terrorist group list for the first time. This is something that the United States to this day still doesn't have. We have many, many lists of so-called foreign terrorist organizations that are overwhelmingly Muslim and or based in the global South. This law requires an accusation with no evidence, but a tie-in. It's an accusation that nonprofits are supporting a group on one of the existing international terrorism lists. This is important to understand because it explains why so many people on the right in Congress are comfortable signing on, because the bill is essentially discriminatory by design. Right-wingers and white supremacists in Congress can support this bill with the assurance that their allies, right-wing extremist groups, are highly, highly unlikely to ever be targeted by this bill, because it's much less likely that they will be smeared with an accusation of being tied to an international terrorist organization that's already on one of the government lists.